I'm talking about, creating your dream rates within Reiki. I think that this is such an important topic, and it's a really good topic for the collective too, right? Like, because we can make our own rates and kind of be in our own world and have our own, business. But there's a bigger conversation that can be happening between all of us because sometimes when people set really low rates, really amateur rates, it impacts all of us in different ways too. And so setting a solid value for Reiki is something that I think is a meaningful conversation that we can all have together. I'm not sure if I know all the answers for you, but I know there's answers that I've had to really think about and contemplate in my own life and my own journey. About 15 years here in the world of Reiki and healing arts. Um, yeah, and it's really closely linked with what Mary will be talking about as well. It's what's you have to kind of consider what stage you're at in your business, and what's a reasonable rate that gets people in the door, gets you an opportunity to have a lot of experience working with your ideal clients, working with different clients, working with diverse issues with Reiki. And then, as you grow as a practitioner, how do your rates evolve with you? And, one of the things that I think is so hard, especially if we're living in this fishbowl and we're not having these conversations in community. And because so many of us have just kind of built a Reiki practice, we kind of built the ship while we're sailing it, right? And we've made a lot of mistakes. I really appreciate Mary. I made a ton of mistakes as a Reiki practitioner. So I think, we're coming together and talking about these common mistakes that can happen are really helpful. But one of the common mistakes that often happens is that people have a specific income goal with the Reiki business. And, they might just kind of set rates that they think might work or just seem appropriate for the area. But those rates actually, you are not capable of reaching your income goals given the rate structure that you have. And so many people lose, heart and think that they're not good enough or that they have failed in some ways, failed as a business owner, failed in their Reiki practice, or that, and it can lead to a lot of struggles with our self-worth. But the truth is that we need to have a solid business structure, including your rates. The rates are really the taproot of your business. Like, you think about how your business is funding you, supporting you, how you're paying all of the business expenses that come on your shoulders as a solo practitioner business. Setting a reasonable rate is really super important. It's a huge milestone that, if you're a beginner into becoming a Reiki practitioner, or even if you've hit a plateau as a Reiki practitioner, you just can't seem to get beyond a certain income. That's when you really need to start looking a little bit more at your rates. So, you might take other business courses not tailored towards Reiki practitioners, and they'll give you some really fancy advice, like set a really high rate for your Reiki sessions. Well, I will tell you that is a massive mistake, especially if you're first time in as a Reiki practitioner. You want to set your rates to be lower so that they're really accessible for people in your community, give you a really good opportunity to get some experience under your belt. But like I've said, most, business coaching practices will encourage you to set like a really high rate, like over $300 a session for your one-to-one services. And I don't think that really applies well in Reiki. I really consider my Reiki sessions as a great entry-level offering for any of my ideal clients, because I want to work with them energetically with Reiki. I want to see if there's a good vibe between us. I want to encourage my clients to get everything that, or to get comfortable with working with Reiki inside of their own healing and self-care. So there's a lot of different ways we can talk about it, but I'm going to have a whole hour to talk about this. So I'll pause there and give it back to you, Christian.